Today we are in the Lake District. Welcome to Ambleside. We're going to be heading up to do a wild camp over in Grisedale Tarn. Doing that, we're going to head up via Red Screes and Fairfield, maybe taking Middle Dod as well. Tomorrow we'll see how it goes, but the plan is to go around back of Grisedale Water and Loughrig Fells. It's going to be fun. Weather's going to be cold, it's going to be windy, doesn't matter, it's going to be great. We just started our walk, leaving Ambleside and heading up Kirkstone Road towards our first proper climb of the day, heading up towards Red Screes. But before we get there, I'll just show you a little sign we've seen. The struggle, 20%. Right, so now it looks like we've lost the last bit of pavement and we're actually on the road now. So it's a narrow road, got to be really careful along here because cars are going to come flying down. And going to be a lot of cyclists potentially as well, because it's quite a popular route for testing out how good you are at hill climbs. You just see the road up ahead, and as I was saying a moment ago, it's already a cyclist coming down. Right. The views are really starting to open up. We're looking down now, just towards Ambleside and Lake Windermere, or Windermere. So we can finally say goodbye to the road. Our first gate, we're going to head up through and onto the fells. If it wasn't for this wind today, it'd be absolutely glorious. It's blowing around about 15-16 mile per hour of gusts. On the summit, it's getting up towards 45 at the moment. It's going to be fairly breezy all day, although it should calm down by the time we pitch up later on. Views are lovely. You see there. And you can see what lays ahead. It's only the first little part. It's going to open up a lot more, get away from dry stone walls in a short while. It's a bit tricky getting layering right today. I've got windproof on, because it's bitterly cold when you're exposed to the wind. The trouble is, at the moment, we've got the dry stone wall next to us. So that's given us a lot of protection and loss of shelter. It's only for a short distance, so there's no point taking all this off. Just put it back on when we get up to the top of these stones. But for now, absolutely boiling hot. But pausing here, look at those views. Makes it all worthwhile. Just getting a little way up towards Red Screes now. We can start seeing our route for tomorrow, where we'll be coming along this middle ridge, through there, down round back of Grisedale Water, just down in the foreground there, or middle distance. Round back and up and over the top of Loughrig, back to the car. It's absolutely beautiful. And there I go, nearly tripping over. Just realised this is my first Lakeland fell in around about 8 months. I've been doing a few other hills. I've been over in Brecon Beacons, Black Mountains, Preseli Hills, Peak District, but nothing quite as high as this. So it's really good to get back out into the fells again. My legs are really feeling it though. So yeah, just taking it nice and easy, trying to get to the top. No rush today because I'm carrying extra weight because of all the camping gear. But yeah, I'm absolutely loving it. It's just beautiful. You can really feel the nip in the air now with the wind, but it's beautiful. A lot of birds around, really peaceful. Look at these views around me. How can you not enjoy being out in the hills when it's like this? It is absolutely stunning. So this is where you make your own path up for a little while. So yeah, there's a path running further round and down, but there's a more direct route up through the rocks here, so I'm just taking a straight path. It's nice and stable, so it's really good. I very much doubt you can hear me now because of the wind noise, but the views are spectacular. Just going to turn you around. Look, you've got Lake Windermere, you've got the sea out there heading towards Lancashire coast, Morecambe Bay. It goes all the way around. Just below me here, you've got Kirkstone Pass, with the famous inn just a little bit further up. We're heading that way, so let's see what it's like from views up there. This is the first time I've been on Red Screes in probably about 30 years. Last time came up here with a mate on holiday back in the early 90s, I guess it was. Parked up just a little way down from the Kirkstone pub, or Kirkstone Inn, I can't remember what it's called now. And we just came literally straight up the side of Red Screes. Between us, we had virtually zero knowledge of climbing mountains, being in the hills. We've done a fair bit of caving between us, but yeah, looking back now and looking at the photos, we were so poorly equipped. It was ridiculous. Just trainers, jeans, if you could imagine everything you shouldn't be doing, we was doing it on some really good crags. So a lot of scrambling there, but yeah, if I was to do it now, I'd want much more kind of knowledge. When I was saying a couple of moments ago about a few years ago climbing back up the side, back to the inn, was parked further down towards Ullswater. We just come straight up the side there. It doesn't look too steep from this patch, but it was further down. I mean, you can see there's a lot of sort of rocky patches there. I don't know if you can actually hear anything I'm saying because of the wind. Hopefully you can. But yeah, just enjoy this. I'm glad I've got this windproof layer on now as well, because it's definitely nippy. Here we are, just coming up to the summit now of Red Screes. Got about 100, 150 metres left to go. Got a cairn marker just in front of us, but the views are opening up absolutely tremendously. On a bit of a plateau now, very slight incline. Just as we come up here, we will see the trig marker. Hopefully you can just see that on the horizon there. Not far. We're extremely close now to the trig point. I just tripped over a rock. So we're extremely close to the trig point now. If I hadn't been planning to camp at Grisedale Tarn, this would have made a nice alternative. You can actually see the wind coming across the water there on the Tarn. They're in quite a nice little spot just over here somewhere. But here's the trig point. So here we have it, our first summit of the day. Wow, and how are these for views? Let's just get to a nice spot and spin you around. Looking over towards Ullswater, Patterdale Valley, over towards Helvellyn, Striding Edge, Dolly Wagon Pike, all the way around to the coast again and back to our trig point. Absolutely stunning. You can get an idea just how steep it is. Where I said we climbed up a few years ago with my mate Andy. It's basically like that all the way up. So neither of us are rock climbers, but you can see just down here where the road is, it was quite a climb back then. It'll be quite a climb now. But yeah, absolutely loving this. Just going to find a path heading down that way now. We're going to pick up Middle Dodd, which I believe is this one just here. So let's go and do it. Here we are. We are now just at Middle Dodd. So I'm going to stop here and have a quick brew. In a few moments we'll get to the summit, or we can, I should say, have a quick look at the views. But you can already see Patterdale Valley just in front of us. There you go. So you've got Patterdale Valley, little glimpses of Ullswater over in the distance. And here you go. We was up there a short while ago. That's Red Screes. We're going to be heading straight across that way soon. Pick up Fairfield and onto our wild camp for the evening. There you go. That feels better now I've had a bite to eat. So we're going to carry on and we're going to head over to a path which is running down past the wall here. There's a few sharp drops down here, so what I'm going to do, just crack straight across here, following the contour lines, keep it nice and simple, and going to do that quite simply by following that peak straight ahead. So taking a compass bearing, it doesn't look like there's any problems there at all. Well, it's always the way, isn't it? Just feel like sitting down, put your feet up for a while. You think, I'll just do the next climb. I mean, the next climb is like that. So, could be worse. Could be that one. So, I'm not going to complain too much. But we'll get to the top. I think that's going to be Dove Crags up there. And it's a fairly level route. Well, a bit of climbing still, but not as steep, not as far. We've left Dove Crags behind us, just back there. Now we've got Hart Crags, which is more of a scramble. Probably more boulder, or it's boulder field looking at it. But it looks like it's going to be a little bit of fun, so let's see how it goes. I've actually completely died on the Insta360, so I switched to my mobile now. So just come up to the summit of Hart Crag. You can just see beyond in the distance the summit of Fairfield, so still a way to go. Then we're going to be descending. This is what makes it all worthwhile. You don't get views like this every day. Absolutely stunning. The summit of Fairfield now. I've got no idea how this sound's going to pick up because it is very windy up here. It's absolutely gorgeous. The views are incredible. All the way out. Just on the couch, Penrith over in the distance there. A few peaks, Helvellyn, Striding Edge straight in front. And you got Great Gable, Scuffle Pike, and all the other ridges over beyond. We're going to head down now. So here we are, Grisedale Tarn. We're going to set up camp just about here. Let's get on with it. It's going to be fun. There we have it. As far as views go, I don't think you're going to get much better than that for a campsite. And how stunning is that? Absolutely beautiful. Well, now we've got the tent pitched, I can show you the route we came down from Fairfield. Originally it was going to come straight down and along a path, sort of a lot gentler. But I saw another path, didn't look too bad from the top, so more or less came straight down. Turned out it was very steep, a lot of scree, very loose stone, so not going back up that way tomorrow. But the plan was anyway to go around the tarn and then head up, around, over, back up to the top and then back down towards Ambleside. So this is just an absolutely glorious evening. Yeah, so finally got the tent all set up now. Really pleased with the location. Couldn't have chosen better, I don't think. Here all by myself at the moment. You never know, somebody else might turn up, but that's fine. Yeah, it's been a long day. Started off leaving home 4:30 this morning. It's a 4-hour drive to get here to the lakes, and then a 6-hour walk in carrying, I think it's around about 13-14 kilos of kit. I bought the 4-season tent because I knew the strong winds were going to be stronger tonight, so I thought probably best to bring this one. It's a little bit warmer as well. The temperature's meant to be around freezing. I feel absolutely shattered now, so I'm going to get something to eat in a bit and just chill out. Much needed. So as the backpack goes, I've never used this bag before. It's the Osprey Rook 65. Got it just after Christmas, and so I haven't actually had a chance to use it yet because I haven't been doing any wild camping. And the day trips I just use a smaller pack. but I found it extremely comfortable. I've been packing more than what's recommended. I normally say for a rook, it can hurt the shoulders a bit if you carry anything over 10 kilos. I've been doing about 13 today, and it's been absolutely fine. Nothing really too bad for that. You know, it's got quite a good storage pockets. Yeah, I'm really pleased with it. So it's kind of more an entry level, but it's a lightweight backpack. So I'm starting to feel a bit peckish now, so I'm going to do myself something to eat. I'm going to have literally something to eat. The chicken fajita with rice. Be interesting, but after that I've got something nice as well, which is the sticky toffee pudding. So can't go wrong really. Morning guys, that wasn't a bad night. Yeah, I wouldn't say it was cold, but it was certainly on the cool side. It's warm enough. I used the Thermarest Vespa 20F60 and the Sea Summit Ethelite sort of sleeping bag. So between the two, they actually made quite a good combination. I'm going to start getting packed up now, have a bite, a spot of breakfast, and see where the day takes us. So that's it. All the sleeping stuff is now packed away. That is it. So you've got the quilt, mat, and pillow. And just to give you a comparison in size, I can somehow hold all that up. Jet ball, so it does pack up really small. Really great, lightweight stuff. All this comes to, I think it's about 1.5 kilos, which is basically the weight of some sort of a slightly heavier sort of sleeping systems or sleep mat bags by themselves. Yeah, it's really good, really comfortable night's sleep. Well, that's it for our wild camp at Grisedale Tarn. See, we've left no trace, which is basically what we should be doing. But we're now going to be heading round the Tarn and straight up Fairfield and back down towards Ambleside, Rydale Water. The pathway leading out from Grisedale Tarn is actually a little bit on the swampy side, which always makes a good start to the day. But we are on the right track. You can see there's other footprints gone through here as well. You can see it's a rough path. We're just heading up, so you can see on the ridgeline here, then following halfway or third way up, there's a nice solid path, and we can actually see where we're heading. We're going to be going along this ridge from Fairfield. There you go, we've left our campsite behind us. We was just down the far end of the Tarn there, just below Weather Valley, or the Coals in the mountains. It's been absolutely glorious. Weather is beautiful. We're heading up to Fairfield, which is covered in cloud at the moment, but it should have cleared up by the time we get there. It's been blowing in and out fairly quickly. We've now just been climbing for a short while, heading through some fairly messy, swampy bits, but we're back onto a path. So we're heading this way, and you can actually see the path now, just bending round, following this sort of contour more or less. But absolutely wonderful, one of the best wild camps I've had for a very long time. Absolutely loved it there. Don't know if we can see that, just at the far end of the Tarn, where the sunlight is streaming down, where the sunlight is first catching it, that is where I was camping. Isn't that an amazing view? This is just stunning. Loving it up here. Feels so good being out and about again. Around we go. These views are just getting better by the minute. You can just see a very faint glimpse of Ullswater down the valley below there, and I'm guessing that is looking over towards Scotland over there. Probably completely wrong because I haven't got my compass out. This is just absolutely stunning. It's so gorgeous here. Here we go. We are now at foot of the climb for Fairfield. Spin it out. See, it's going to be a fairly chilly climb because we're going to be in the sun most of it. But it just kind of seems to zigzag up towards the top, fairly steep. Doesn't look anywhere near as bad as the descent was last night. Been climbing for about 20 minutes now, and the wind has really kind of picked up with wind chill now. So I've kitted up, just try and keep a little bit of warmth until we get to the summit, back into the sunlight. Path itself is steep, a little bit kind of screedy, but it's fairly well trodden, so it's easy to pick your way through. Just near the summit of Fairfield, and you can see now the clouds are actually swirling all around us, so that makes it quite atmospheric. Visibility though is really good still. But I just stand and watch for a few seconds. You can just see them clouds rolling through very, very quickly here. So it's actually wonderful. As soon as I said that, we're actually clear again. There's more blowing in. You can just see them coming up now, so won't be long. So we're just back on the summit of Fairfield. We come up from this direction today. Yesterday we descended down that way. So nice little circular route. So we've taken in two routes up to the summit here. We'll just head up to, guessing this is actually the summit here. Looks like the highest point. So we'll go over there. And yeah, it's been lovely. So we're heading off shortly, following those cairns. You can just see those. And that's going to take us along the ridge back towards Grisedale Water. So it's all been pretty good. Very cold up here, very windy. So I'm not going to hang around at all. But beautiful nonetheless. Got a cloud coming in. That's going to be affecting us for a bit of a day, but it's fine. We're going to be descending, so it won't be hitting us too badly. You can just see it rolling in behind me as we speak again as well. See you in a bit. We're now descending on part of what is the classic Fairfield horseshoe. So if we look round, you just see the bridge comes up from Ambleside down there, all the way through, along up to Fairfield, and then back along this further ridge, so back down the other side. So it's a lovely route. In the distance we can just make out Red Screes. We was up there yesterday. We followed up the route along that far ridge, you can just see, and then descending down into Ambleside that way. That was a fantastic day. It was definitely a lot warmer yesterday. Today it is freezing with this wind chill. The wind's actually died off a bit now. Hopefully that's going to last, and as we descend, hopefully get a bit warmer as we go through the valleys. It's absolutely beautiful. So just had an interesting moment. I was walking down this slope and it suddenly dawned on me, but I didn't have my car keys in my pocket, and I remember taking them out last night and put them in the inside pocket of the tent. So I very hastily had to unpack the bag and tent, find the car keys, but it's all sorted. Once again, this is getting rather breezy. It's bitterly cold, but you can probably tell by the grin on my face I'm absolutely loving this. It's fantastic. stunning. I can see there's clouds coming in behind me with the wind. It is stunning. I mean, what a great start to a week. I mean, you look behind and you think it's a different day. You can actually feel a bit of moisture in the air as well coming in now. So it's probably getting a few splatters on the lens. So we're going to keep going just as this shower passes through. But yeah, how cool is this? I hope this is coming out on film, but it's just a small rainbow. In fact, you can see the rainbow just coming round. How stunning. I can really see why the Fairfield Horseshoe is so popular. No, it's absolutely wonderful up here. At some point I would like to come back and just do the horseshoe in itself. But in the meantime, just look at these views. I mean, lovely little tarn there. That'd be a nice spot for a wild camp, possibly, as well. But just all the way around, it's amazing. We have been descending for quite some time now, which we have, but we're coming up towards, obviously, Windermere, just in the foreground here. But it's changed from this kind of nice open plateau to this fairly little rocky outcrops now, which are really nice. Loverig Fell is just in front of us there, just slightly out of sight, but we'll see how we go on for time. We may kind of scrap that one for today, but or at least cut it short. So let's see what the time is when we get down there. Feels like we're coming back into civilization a bit now. Got a nice dry stone wall here, and we've got the steps to go over it. So, not entirely sure my legs are up to it, but we'll give it a go. If I fall flat on my face, one of those things. But here goes. Oh, so far so good. Nice view. Oh, if you was waiting for me to fall flat on my face, I'm sorry I've disappointed you, but at least I got over there, no injuries, so that's always good. That's Grisedale Water, just down below us, with Grisedale Caves just straight ahead. We'll try and get down to the cave anyway, see how time goes. Looks like there's a couple of tracks which might wave the way up through onto there, and we'll carry on down. But looking absolutely stunning. There you go, so we're back off the fells now. Just heading over to Grisedale Water, which is just hopefully a short way down this path, and go and have a look at the caves. And then from there we'll decide what to do, whether to head up over the fells or just straight back to the car. This is St Mary's Church in Grisedale, built in 1824 by Lady Fleming of Grisedale Hall. And William's Wordsworth worshipped here and was boarding in 1833. Absolutely beautiful little place. Now, we're going to head on to Ryder Water, which just through the trees. During the last part of the walk back from Grisedale Tarn Camp, unfortunately my microphone packed up on me, so I've carried on recording, and unfortunately none of the sound was picked up. So got back home about a week ago now, just going through final edit, and noticed the problems I had. So thanks ever so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed the video as much as I enjoyed making it. It was an absolute blast, and Grisedale Tarn is a fantastic place to visit and go for a wild camp. Definitely going to go back at some point, do the Fairfield Horseshoe and more walks in that area because I absolutely loved it. Well, thanks ever so much for watching, and hopefully you join me on the next video.